If you've been watching the channel for a while now, you know that the treadmill threshold is an absolute staple. It's without a doubt the workout I've done the most reps on throughout the entirety of the season. It's honestly just a staple, of course, with Arrow's training plan that he's having me do. So, you know, it's very easy workout when it comes down to it. There's no, paces or reps that I have to look at, no breaks, pauses. It's just a straight 7 to 9 miles at 5:39 pace. You guys, if you've been watching the channel, know what it is. I'm pretty excited to get back into the swing of things as well, so I'm looking forward to this workout. We're gonna get some dynamics going, do some strides, slap on the heart rate monitor, and then get after it. So we're looking to have a pretty solid morning and see how things go. But yeah, I'm excited to say the least. I would have loved nothing more for this to be a great first workout back, but unfortunately that's just not what it was. And it's honestly kind of rough to even have that expectation given where I was, even 2 weeks ago. With having to take an entire week off from not only injury but illness, I don't know why I thought this was going to be anything but, a difficult experience. I was really hoping that I would get through an entire 7 miles at threshold and maybe push 8. I barely made 20 minutes by the time my heart rate made it to 179, which isn't great. So I took about 2 minutes of rest after I hit 20 minutes, and then I finished up another 14 minutes to average out 6 miles at 5:39 pace. It's not what I wanted. I mean, I think that's kind of obvious from the get-go. I was really hoping to do one consistent effort, and this just wasn't that. But at the same time, again, I just wasn't in a great place 2 weeks ago, and I'm kind of, trying to make up for it now, but obviously it's not going to be easy. This is going to be a very difficult week or two trying to get back to where I was. And I don't have any thought process that it won't happen. I just don't know how long it's going to take. Obviously I'm going to get back to, running these thresholds comfortably at 5:39 like I was right before, everything went to hell, but it's just going to take a second to get there. I just need to make sure that I keep the motivation up, lock back in, and we should be good. But next 2 days I'm going to take it easy and then probably do a workout Friday. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully, by that time the weather will get nicer and maybe we can do something on the track, because I think that would actually help a lot with the motivation as well. Another lovely morning here out in Illinois. Unfortunately, quite a bit windy and just a tad bit chilly, but not the end of the world. We have a nice little mile repeat workout this morning. We're doing about 7 reps at 5:30 pace with a minute rest in between, more threshold than anything else. Feeling pretty good, honestly, having 2 days of rest in between the last workout. This is definitely the type of workout I would love to be doing out on a track, but unfortunately, obviously with the wind and the conditions, I just wouldn't be able to do this by myself to great success. So going to be heading up to the treadmill, and should be a relatively relaxed workout. It shouldn't be too difficult, but again, given how I performed on Tuesday, it's all up in the air right now. So really just hoping to kind of bounce back this morning, and we'll see how things go. But yeah, I mean, I could use one to this morning, that's for sure. Mile repeats is never an easy workout by any means, but when I look back on some of the most recent times I've done mile repeats, and I see that halfway through February I was doing 10 by mile at 5:30 pace with 60 seconds rest. Basically the exact same workout I'm doing today, just less reps. And then I get through this workout and I'm only able to do 6 reps is just rough. I mean, I was really hoping that after the threshold on Tuesday, the mile repeats today would be kind of like more or less a mental thing, in a sense where perhaps I'm not feeling the best, but I can get through this. Like, this is just it's it's just a mental block almost. Like, I should still be in great shape. My VO2 max realistically maybe gone down 1 or 2, but like not by really anything. I only had a week off. Like, it's not that long of a time. So I should still be in great shape. Like, I shouldn't be out of shape by any means. And yet here I am struggling to get through 6 mile repeats. And I definitely could have gotten through another. I probably could have gotten through 7, but it would have been a struggle. And obviously, we're not looking to overwork by any means. So we stopped at 6, but like my heart rate hit like 183. And that's just, it's a lot to be where I am this late into the season. I'm obviously not super happy about it, but unfortunately, heart rate data doesn't lie. Like, it was taking quite a bit out of me to get through this, and it is what it is. I just have to find a way to regain, and, hopefully, obviously, the rest of the week will be all right, and next week will be better, but obviously, ran in the morning Saturday, just a few easy miles. It's getting warmer out, which is very nice. Like, I couldn't believe that I had gloves on for my warm up on Friday, and now Saturday, Sunday, the weather is hopefully going to get into the 80s, which is crazy to even think about, but it's definitely getting a lot nicer out. It's just pretty exciting. Hopefully next week I'll be able to get out on a track for my workouts. Sunday morning long run, it was a little brutal, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up at like 4:30, but I woke up to thunder, so I was like, well, that's not good. Saw that the storms were going to be continuing for about 2 more hours, so I was like, all right, well, I'm going back to bed for a bit. try to get a little bit of extra rest. I ended up waking up around 5:15 and slowly getting ready, starting my run at 6. Rained for about the first 30 to 45 minutes of my run and then cleared up, which was pretty nice. And yeah, I mean, it was nice to get another long run in finally. 15 miles in, just under 2 hours is solid work, without a doubt. Trying to make sure I maintain my aerobic capacity. So I'm happy with that. And just hanging out the rest of the day Sunday, just fixing up everything that I need to get done and trying to clean up. I think that there is something to be said when you live like in a clean room in a sense, or you take care of your stuff. You kind of are always a little bit more, prepared for what's going on in life, whether it be because I know where everything is, so I'm not rushing to get to work, or I just feel a little bit better that my bed is made in the morning and my shoes are all organized. I know where all my clothes are. Like, it does make me feel physically just a little bit better, which is probably a more mental aspect than anything, but I do want to try to keep everything, as organized as I can. And yeah, just try to regain next week because it's definitely been a little bit of a tougher week. I just was hoping things to go a little bit better, but unfortunately, this is kind of how it is when you take a week off. So definitely a regain week, and hopefully next week goes better, but nothing I can do about that until next week rolls around. And I just need to try to stay in the right mindset because we still have a couple more weeks until I race in Chicago. I was debating on whether or not I should race, not next week, but the following. I'm still not sure if I'm going to. I might just train the next 3 weeks just straight through and then race in Chicago and call it a season. We'll see. Got to talk to Arrow still and figure out what he thinks is best and go from there. But hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. I'm really excited to get back after it next week. And yeah, we'll go from there. But with that being said, take care of all things. I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.